Hi everyone, my name is Jan and welcome back to we just got an update. Welcome back to Yugi News. So we got a couple of new cards. Let's begin, shall we? Anyway, let's start off with the first card, Mystical Elf, Mystical Burst Stream. This is a level 4 spellcaster monster that is dealt the light attribute. When a monster your opponent controls activates this effect, while you control a level 5 or higher normal monster. Quick effect, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, negate the effect. That's not bad. It's like Ash Blossom, but instead of sending it to the grave, you can special summon it, so it counteracts the call by the grave. Also, during your opponent's battle phase, quick effect, you can target one normal monster either in the graveyard, in either player's graveyard, special summon it, and if you do, while controlling it, all monsters your opponent controls must attack it this turn, if able. You can only special summon. You can only activate each effect of Mystical Elf, Mystical Burst Stream once per turn. I mean, this is just an upgraded version of Mystical Elf. I like it. Especially because it's got like Blue Eyes White Dragon in the background as well. So it does show that it supports the normal monsters like Dark Magician, Blue Eyes, Red Eyes even. That's just obviously the big main three, but depends what people's playstyle is with normal monsters and if they are going to make a comeback. As like a deck. Next we have Kaisa Glider, Golden Burst. Quick effect. You contribute one monster, special summon this card from your hand. You can only use each effect of Kaisa Glider, Golden Burst once per turn. If this card is normal special summoned, you can target one monster your opponent controls. This card's attack becomes equal to the monster's until the end of this turn. I mean, it's just a level 6 to bring out to then either increase or decrease its attack. That's not very good, is it? No, it not really is. It's just bad. Like, I guess because Kaisa Glider was seen like as a massive threat back in the day, but like still. Next we have Harpys Pet Dragon, Featherstorm Fire Blast. This is a dragon level 7 monster. Monsters cannot target level 6 or lower Harpy monsters for attacks. You're gonna be a pain in the ass already, aren't you? You can only use each effect of Harpy Pet Dragon's Featherstorm Fire Blast once per turn. If you control a level 6 or lower wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand in defense position. If this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can send one winged beast monster from your deck to the grave. I mean, I guess that helps Harpies a little bit, since they have a couple of graveyard effects, but like, come on. Really? You could do anything with Harpy's Pet Dragon, and you do this. I mean, the Xyz monster is even better. You can make a fusion version of it. That would be even a lot better. Anyway, we have Gillif, the Dragon Knight Soul Spear. Now, this is actually a fusion monster originally. However, in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime of the first Duel Monster series, it was classed as a normal monster. A normal level 5 tribute monster. Because Joey used it. Who would have knew? If you control no monsters, you can normal summon this card without tribute. When this card is normal summoned, you can banish one monster your opponent controls with attack higher than or equal to this card. You can discard one card and add one level 7 Dark Dragon monster, one level 6 Dark Machine monster, or one level 5 Water Warrior monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Gillif the Dragon Knight Soul Spear once per turn. Now this links to Red Eyes Black Dragon, Jinzo, and the Legendary Fisherman. What they all have in common is they're obviously evolved by Joey Wheeler. However, these three cards are all received. Joey got all three of these cards by a duelist. Red Eyes Black Dragon from Rex Raptor, Jinzo from Esperoda, and the Legendary Fisherman from... oh god, what was his name? Either way, he just used a water deck. Honestly, if he was such a memorable character, I would have remembered him. But he really isn't. Anyway, let's move on. So we've got some new Speedroids as well. Next we have Speedroid Party Horn Kid, sorry. This is a machine tuner monster, that's level 4. If this card is normal summoned or special summoned, You can excavate the top card of your deck equal to the number of wind monsters you control and one excavated card. Add one excavated card from to your hand. Also place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. I guess that helps with searching for for the Speedroid, since they don't have much searching. You can banish this card from the graveyard and target one level 3 or lower wind or higher wind monster you control. Reduce its level by 2. You can only use each effect of Speedroid Party Horn Kid once per turn. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it looks more like he's got a slingshot than Party Horns. But that's actually pretty good, because it helps with tuning if you want to go into a lower synchro monster for high speed droids. Next we have Speedroid Magic Hound. This is a level 3 machine monster. If this card is non-summoned, you can target one Speedroid card from your deck to the graveyard. So one Speedroid from your deck to the graveyard. If this card is in your graveyard, except the turn it was sent there, you can banish this card and target one Speedroid monster in your graveyard. Shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, special summon one synchro monster from the extra deck who's with the same level but with different name but negate its effects. You can use each effect of Speedroid Magic Hound once per turn. I mean, that's actually pretty good, because if you've got, like, so for example, Speedroid, that Speedroid Jet thing that's level 5, you can send it to the grave and bring out Speedroid Campara to the field, since you've already got a level 5 Synchro. And if you normal summon a level 3 tuner, it's already, or a level 2 tuner, you can go into Clearwing Synchro Dragon or Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. That's actually not bad. Then next we have Speedroid Duplicate. Banish one wind monster from your graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls. Return it to the hand. During the main phase, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon one. You can target one Speedroid monster you control, reduce its level by 1, and if you do, special summon as many normal monsters. Machine Tuner Wind monsters, level 1, with 0 attack and 0 defense. It is not treated as a trap card. As a trap, you can only use each effect of Speedroid Duplicate once per turn. I mean, again, that's actually pretty good, because it's showing that Speedroids don't always need to increase their levels and stuff. Obviously, with Speedroid Red Eye Dice, they can increase or decrease the levels of a monster depending on its dice roll. But this helps to say that you can just go into a lower level tuning. But I guess this is why we have the decrease, because we have this High Speedroid Cork Blaster. This is a machine synchro tuner monster. This requires one tuner monster and one non-tuner monster. If this card is synchro summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Add one Speedroid spell or trap from your deck to your hand. Or if this card was synchro summoned, you can only use synchro Speedroids monsters as materials and all the materials that were used for synchro summoning for this graveyard, special summon all of them. Okay. You can only use the effect of High Speedroid Cork Blaster once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from your X for this turn except wind monsters. That is pretty good. Also, I also like the design, because it looks like it does look like a toy sniper, doesn't it? But instead of having, like, plastic bullets, it's got little corkscrews that are attached with a string. Also, I like the number 10 that's up there. That's really interesting. Does it say I have 10 shots? Okay, I'm joking about that one. Next, we got High Speedroid Clearwing Rider. Now, this is a machine synchro effect monster. It requires one wind tuner and one non-tuner wind synchro monster. Once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided dice and shuffle wind monsters from the graveyard into the deck up to the result. Then you can destroy cards your opponent controls up to the number of shuffles. And if you do, it gains 500 attack for each card destroyed by this effect until the end of this turn. Oh boy. So this is like an evolutionary state for Clearwing Synchro Dragon. It reminds me of, Red Nova Dragon, but just doesn't have the continuous boost, so it has a fair sense. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you contribute this synchro summoned card, special summon up to 2 level up to 2 level 7 wind synchro monsters with different names from the extra deck. This is more complicated to get Clearwing Synchro Dragon out as it already is. Well, Clearwing's easy to get out. It's just special summon it to do the field is different, but you can get a synchro second one out of it. So like you can have Clearwing Synchro Dragon and Clearwing Fast Dragon is what I'm thinking, because it also doesn't nullify their effects. So, I'm not gonna lie, I want to see how this can actually be played. But at the same time, I don't. I'll experiment on Dual Nexus at one point. Next, we have Rebirth Judgement. Once per turn, this is a continuous trap card, by the way. And this is used in Zane's deck in the anime. Once per turn, you can declare one monster type. All monsters in the graveyard become that type this turn. Yeah, this is used for the Cyber Dark deck. And yeah. Now we have my favorite monsters. The Kuriboh brothers have been brought into the Yu-Gi-Oh! Into actual modern day Yu-Gi-Oh! And they are adorable. So let's get this started. We have Kuriboh. This is a level 1 fiend monster with 300 attack and 200 defense. This card is always treated as a Kuriboh card. Let's hope we can't just have one of the three of the 5. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can discard this card, add one Kuriboh for monster from your deck to your hand, except Kuriboh. Once per turn, quick effect, you can discard one trap card and target one face-up monster your opponent controls. It loses 1,500 attack until the end of this turn. That is good. That's good. Next we have Kuriboh. Yes, I said that right. This is a level 1 fiend effect monster with 300 attack, 200 defense. This is always first effect is always going to be the same. Okay. You can discard this card, then target one Kuriboh monster you control. It gains 1,500 attack. You contribute this card you control plus 4 monsters from the hand or field, each Kuriban, Kuribi, Kuriboh, and Kuriboh. Add one Kuriboh Bandit from your deck or graveyard to the hand. Then immediately after the effect is resolved, normal summon one fiend monster from your hand. I mean, it makes sense because in the Walking with Dragons arc in the original Yu-Gi-Oh series, the Kuriboh brothers were used to create Kuriboh. All 5 will be brought on the field by thanks to Jack's Knight. Then they'll go into Kuriboh Bandit. Then they'll split apart and then go into the other one. Next we have Kuriboh. This is always treated as a Kuriboh card. When this card or your Kuriboh monster is destroyed by battle, you can add one spell / trap from your deck to your hand. That specifically lists a card Kuriboh in its text. You can only use this effect of Kuriboh once per turn. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, while you control Kuriboh monster, you can change the attack as many as many monsters you currently control to 0 until the end of this turn. If you do, negate the attack. I'm not gonna lie, I can have like a deck of like 3 copies of all the Kuribohs, the Kuriboh brothers, and the Kuriboh Bandit. 2 copies of Kuriboh Bandit and 3 copies of the other one, which we'll get onto soon. Next we have Kuriboh. Again, always treated as a Kuriboh card. When this card or Kuriboh monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon one monster with 300 attack and 200 defense from your deck, except Kuriboh. You can only use the effect of Kuriboh once per turn. You contribute this card plus 4 monsters from your hand or field to special summon one Kuriboh Borreload from your hand, deck, or graveyard. So basically, Kuriboh brings out Kuriboh Bandit, which allows you to normal summon again. However, Kuriboh allows you to bring out Kuriboh Baby Loon. Kuriboh Baby Loon. Yeah, that's how you say it. Then we have Baby Loon. Look at him, he's adorable. He's the devil secretly. Gains 300 attack and defense for each Kuriboh monster you control and in your graveyard. When you can only use one of the following effects of Babylon, yeah, per turn. And only once per turn. If you have more monsters in your graveyard than your opponent does, you can special summon this card from your hand. During your main phase or battle phase, you can return this card from your hand, and if you do, special summon Kuriboh, Kuriboh, and Kuriboh from your hand or graveyard in attack position. That's not bad. Next we have 5-star Twilight. If the only monster you control is a level 5 monster, tribute that monster, special summon 1 Kuriboh, Kuriboh, and Kuriboh from your hand, deck, or graveyard, but there cannot be tributed for the tribute summon. You can only activate one 5-star Twilight per turn. Again, this was used in the anime. I'm just happy that they finally included the Curry brothers. I can think of strategies. Anyway, not this one. Next we have Fai Ting Spirit. Target one Ignister monster in your graveyard. Special summon it, and if you do, and if add Ignister monster you control with 2,300 attack or more would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. If this card is banished, you can activate this effect. Your add Ignister monsters with 2,300 attack or more cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. You can only activate one Fai Ting Spirit once per turn. The name is a bit butchery, but I like the effect. It is good, and obviously Ignisters are good anyway, due to their quick summoning to then get out Dark Tempest. Next we have Dragonroid. This one's been a long time coming as well, I'm not even gonna lie. You can discard this card, then activate one of the following effects. Add one non-wind Roid monster from your deck to your hand this turn. This turn, the activation of your card an effect that includes an effect that fusion summons a fusion monster cannot be negated. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects when a monster is fusion summoned this way. You can only use each effect of Dragonroid once per turn. Once per turn, if this card is in your graveyard, you can make this card in your graveyard become a dragon monster until the end of this turn. So yeah, this is what Cyrus used to defeat that guy that was defeating every Cyberus user. Not Cyberus, but a cyber user, like Cyber Ogre, Cyber Dragon, that stuff. Anyway, we have AI Show. So when an opponent's monster declares an attack, while you control a Link 3 or higher Ignister monster in your extra monster zone, you can special summon any number of non-Link Cyberus monsters with 2,300 attack from your deck, with a total attack is less than or equal to the attacking monster then in the battle phase. So you could bring out AI Earth Golem, Wind Pegasus, and Light Dragon, all from your extra deck, without having to do the original Ignister play. That is actually pretty good. Next we have Cyber Dark World. So this is not treated as a Dark World card. When you activate this card, you can add one Cyber Dark monster from your deck to your hand, with a different name from the card in your graveyard. During your main phase, you can immediately after the effect resolves, normal summon one Cyber Dark monster. You can only use each effect of Cyber Dark World once per turn. If you would equip a monster from your graveyard with a Cyber Dart monster, effects that are when normal or special summon, you can equip the appropriate monster from your opponent's graveyard instead. You can use each effect of only use one Cyber Dart world per turn. That is pretty good. It's also continuous as well, so I think the first effect will matter more. Next we have Zex Field. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to an activation of your cards and effects that target an Xyz monster you control. If an Xyz monster is special summoned from your field to your field, you could target one monster of those monsters, attach one Xyz material from your extra deck or graveyard to it as material. What? Okay. You can only use each effect of Zex Field once per turn. During the draw phase, before you draw, place one shiny draw from your deck on top. Oh my god, this is just for shiny draw support, so that's actually pretty good, not gonna lie, but if you already have shiny draw in your hand beginning, you gotta reset it back into the deck. Anyway, we have a new number 99, Utopia Dangerous. Now there is already a number 99, being Utopia's Dragon. But this one's going to be promising, let's hope. It's a rank 12 warrior monster with 3000 attack, 3000 defense. It requires 3 plus level 12 monsters. Quick effect, you can attach 2 Xyz materials from the card, special one number monster that has a number between 1 and 100 in its name from the extra deck. This is treated as an Xyz summon. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Xyz monsters, and your other monster cannot attack directly. The turn you activate this effect, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can change the opponent's monster's attack to 0. You can use each effect of number 99 Utopia Dragoner once per turn. I mean, obviously, rank up magic is a thing, and luckily for us, there is a way to bring this out easy instead of 3 level 12s. But I mean, it uses 2 Xyz materials, so that's not bad for its effect. It's a heavy cost. Next, we have Hyper Rank Up Magic Hope Force. You can target one level 9 or lower Utopia Xyz monster you control. Special summon from your extra deck one rank 10 or higher Utopia or Utopic Xyz monster by using the monsters you control as material. This is treated as an Xyz summon, transferring the materials to the summoned monster. If an Xyz monster is special summoned by a rank 10 or higher, Utopia or Utopic monster, Xyz monster's effect, while this card is in your graveyard, you can target one of those summoned monsters. Attach this card to it as material. You can only use each effect of Hyper Rank Up Magic Hope's Force once per turn. Also, by the way, Hope in Japanese means Utopia. So, also, this is the first time we actually get to see a Hyper Rank Up Magic. So, if you don't know, Hyper Rank Up Magic is basically, instead of ranking it up by 1 rank, which is a normal rank up magic, or 2 in certain cases, for like Raid Raptors and 1 Utopia monster, Hyper Rank Up Magic basically means it could even be level 1. Like, obviously, 1 level 1 Utopia, which is Utopia Root, and that can go into a rank 10 or above. So, it's jumping more than 1 rank, so that's why Hyper is in the name of it. Next, we have Heavy Trigger. So, this is some Borreload stuff. You can use this to ritual summon Borreload Riot Dragon. You must also tribute monsters from your hand or field, or destroy rocket monsters from your hand or field whose total level equals 8 or more. Special summon monsters cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster special summon from the extra deck. Also, it is unaffected by activated effects from any monster special summon from the extra deck. That shuts down a lot of decks. That is pretty good. Next we have Dual Wheel Dragon. You contribute this card, then target 2 rocket monsters with different names in your graveyard, special summon them both in defense mode. You can manage this card from your graveyard, add 1 rapid trigger or heavy trigger from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You can only use each effect of Dual Wheel Dragon once per turn. If you didn't know, rapid trigger is basically a fusion summoning card for Borreloads that actually never got really talked about. And I do want to make a video on why Borreloads are decent as well as rockets, but the deck style together is just not ever used IRL. Next we have Borreload Riot Dragon for the ritual monster. This thing looks badass, not gonna lie. Obviously ritual summon using heavy trigger. When your opponent would special summon a monster, quick effect, you can negate the summon. And if you do destroy the monster, then destroy this card or 1 rocket monster you control. If this card is in your graveyard, you could target 1 ball of rocket monster to graveyard. Destroy 1 card in your hand or field, and if you do, add 1 target monster from to your hand. You can use each effect of Borreload Riot Dragon once per turn. That's actually a pretty good effect. However, it's only related to the rocket and Borreload archetype, which they're both connected by. Anyway, next we have Revert Revered. Revived Banner of Revolution. I'm sorry that I butchered that first word. I am so sorry. If another card you control is drawn by battle, or card effect, you can add 1 Liberty at last from your deck or graveyard to your hand. At the start of the damage step, if a synchro monster battles a monster, you can destroy this card. You can destroy an opponent's. You can destroy the opponent's battling monster. If this card is in your spell trap zone, would be destroyed by a card effect. You can destroy 1 monster you control instead. You can only use each effect of. Okay, so basically, Harpy's Feather Storm's what's it target, so you can get rid of the opponent's monster. So that's pretty good. Then finally we have the Relax Bird Call. Add to your hand or send to the graveyard 1 Lyric monster from your deck. Then you can special summon 1 Lyric with a different name from your hand. You can only use each effect of Lyric's Bird Call per turn. That's pretty good, especially for them getting the new support now that supports the special summoning of the condition. And I'm going to check the ban list just for you lot, so you can see if anything is new. I don't think anything is new, however, though, which is kind of a shame. Obviously, as you know, Firewall Dragons are on it, so that's good. I wish they could take Ancient Fairy Dragon off, though. They just need the harsh once per turn effect on her. That would solve her problems completely. Ah, they put Shining Utopia Zex Field on here as well. Oh, I like this one. It's a shame they had to get rid of it. Yeah, Pot of Greed and Grace for Charlie ain't coming off. Sorry. Oh, they put Sukuna to 1 now. That's bad. As well as Jackalop as well. The 2 good danger monsters, as well as Nessie. I think they might have been there for a while. It's been a bit since I've checked this ban list. The ban list, limited list. And obviously, thingy, Malicious is still at 2. Let's check the traditional as well, because they don't have any cards banned, but a lot unbanned. I think Firewall Dragon's still. No, even Firewall Dragon's not limited for them. That's pretty good. No, Firewall Dragon's semi-limited, isn't it, for these? Oh no, they copied us. Or was that the OCG that's banned? It's limited to 2, so. Yeah, in OCG it's limited to 2. You have cursor. Anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode of Yu-Gi News. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next set of news. Goodbye for now.